Hello, everybody. Today, I want to talk to you about my amazing new Soul Path calculator on my website, available to all of you to use to calculate your soul path according to the Sue Frederick version of sacred numerology. I've worked with thousands of clients for decades doing numerology readings. I've definitely developed my own approach to calculating the birth path from the birthday, teaching my students how to calculate that birthday 3 different ways so they understand all the meanings of what their mission is and what they came to do. So now my amazing web person, Bill Sutton, has created a soul path calculator on my website that shows you how to do it the way I teach it. So I'm going to pull it up on the screen and I'm going to demonstrate it for you. All right. So as you can see, this is what pulls when you go to my website, SueFrederick.com. You'll see on the upper nav bar and on the lower nav bar where it says Soul Path Calculator. So all you got to do is click on that, and then you come here and it's easy peasy. So I'm just going to put in a birth date. That's the month that person was born. And now we'll put in a day. That's the day they were born. And now we're going to put in the year they were born. And as you can see, it's very easy to do this. And then we select the current calendar year, because that's going to tell us what our personal year is. And then we hit calculate. And look what we get. And the reason this is so helpful is that this person is a Taurus 22 master soul, and it shows up 2 out of the 3 ways you add it. So if you had just done it, perhaps the single digit method, which is a popular way of doing it, you would come up with 13/4, and you would think, oh, this person is just on the 4 path, a strong soul. But when we add it the 3 ways, we go, wow, her soul was so determined to step up from the 4 to the 22 master soul path that she programmed it in 2 out of the 3 ways you add the birth date. And then we look at the age, and we can say, oh, she just a few years ago came out of that second Saturn return of our late 50s, when we have a big wake-up call of some kind that's programmed in our late 20s and our late 50s. And what did we learn from that time? And then we go to the personal year over here on the bottom right, and she is in a 13/4 personal year. And that's so important because I know this person, and this year they've had a lot of hard work facing them, and a lot of it's been very physical. For example, if we move somewhere and have to pack boxes, or if we are redoing a room in our house, whatever it is, that kind of hard physical work of even writing a book sometimes, where it feels like you're exhausted and there's so much to do, that's the personal year that she's in. And it's funny because, we all have these 4 years, and when we hit them, we'll be saying, gosh, life is so hard. I can't get everything done. I'm exhausted. But if you look at your personal year cycle, you can go, oh, and starting in January, I'm going into a 5 year. So it's going to be way more fun and more vacation and more freedom and adventure. So the lesson of these personal year cycles is we do the work that's in front of us, trusting that this state is not forever, that we will step into a new personal year with a new gift and a new lesson. And this calculator reveals all of that. Now, of course, if you don't really follow my work, you might have questions about what your calculations mean. And I've got this handy little, maybe you can see it. There it is. Handy little workbook. This little workbook is on Amazon for $5.99, and it explains it to you as well. And then I do sessions with clients every day where we start by working with their numerology, and then we go into the whole soul journey that they're on. So you have many ways of talking to me about your soul path, but start with this amazing calculator. It's going to make it so easy for you. And then you can even come to some of my online classes and you just tell me what it is, and I can give you a brief reading. So for example, that person that we just saw, the Taurus 22, shows up 2 out of the 3 ways in a very intense 13-4 personal year. Here's an example of a brief mini reading for them. This isn't the whole shebang that I would do if we were doing a session. But here's what I would say to that soul. You powerful, beloved being, you are stronger than anyone you know. And yes, you came to develop that inner and outer strength in this life. But trust us when we tell you that this year is harder than any will ever be again, because what you are doing this year is building the foundation for your complete shift to the 22 higher vibration of being a teacher and being very abundant, where there is no longer such hard drudgery. Part of the mission of this life is to calm and quiet the Taurus need to be practical and earth focused. And yes, we agree you've been pulled into that focus by many soul agreements and many reinvention points. But now you are at the phase of the journey where it is stepping up more and more to the more easy, graceful path of the 22-4 versus the 13-4. So do your work. Do what's on the plate that you have to do. Take that step that's in front of you and trust us when we tell you that the year 2024 is going to be an awesome year. And we'll see you hanging at the beach and traveling and resting on the abundance and confidence that you've gained in this 13-4 year of hard work. And so it is. That's an example of a small little mini reading. So email me if you have any questions, sue@brilliantwork.com. Visit my website, suefrederick.com. Read my books. They're all on Amazon and they're on my website. Through a Divine Lens, Sacred Numerology, Bridges to Heaven, I See Your Dream Job. And until we meet again, many, many blessings.